Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic. I'm sat in front of my camera. It's a Wednesday, so it has to be New Comic Book Day. And I have 8 books this week. I like the number 8 with my haul because I think it's a number I can manage. Anything more, I get a bit, and if it's any less, I go a bit. 8's a good number. I'm going to go straight into my comics this week. I haven't got a lot to say that's not happening within comics. So, we are kicking off with Weird World issue number 5. Can't remember what book it was last week, but I was mistaken. I thought it was the last tie-in of the Secret Wars event that I had to get. No, this pops up. Jason Aaron and Mike Del Mundo finish off their high fantasy, gorgeous artwork. I just love the kind of fantasy genre, and coupled with a kind of Conan the Barbarian type of feel to it. It does have an advertisement in the back for the new series that's coming out in December. I can't remember who's going to write this, but it's not Jason Aaron, but Mike Del Mundo is staying on the art, but it won't feature this gentleman here. It has, I think it's a young girl who is trapped in Weird World and trying to get home. So still going to look forward to that, especially if it's still Mike Del Mundo on art. New number 1 for me from Marvel, it is the Uncanny Inhumans. I can't talk today. I had the Uncanny Inhumans issue 0 way back before I think we even knew that Secret Wars was happening, and we all wondered where issue number 1 was, and that's because they held it back for our new, all different. This looks a very strange team. I presume it's a kind of mashup of well, basically X-Men, Fantastic Four and the Inhumans, because we've got Johnny Storm down here, Human Torch, and he's kind of dark and in the shadows, but right there we've got the Beast from X-Men. So I really enjoyed issue 0. It's written by Charles Soule with artwork by McNiven, so it should be a really good read. On to DC, issue number 5 of Dr. Fate. Really enjoying this, but then I kind of dig the whole occult, magic, supernatural side of the DC universe, and there's not many of these books left on their roster. It's all Batman and Superman these days. So I'm glad that this is still here. I think, honestly, I don't see it lasting a great deal of time. It is a kind of niche character. I recommend you go and have a look at it. I don't think you need to know that much about Dr. Fate's previous incarnations. They do a lot of explaining of where he's come from in his history anyway in the book. And we have a new character putting on the helm of Dr. Fate. So that's that. The Vertigo line of DC, issue number 28 of Kurt Busiek's Astro City. I'm really glad this series has lasted as long as it has. They don't tend to last this long. I hope Kurt Busiek's got a lot more stories to tell. I do want him to go back to where this all started, when we had that purple guy and there were some mysterious links. I'm sure he hasn't forgotten about it, but it does seem that kind of storyline and concept has been left behind. We had this idea of all these stories got threads between each other. I'd like to see that coming back in, or maybe I'm just not spotting them. A new number 1 from Vertigo. This was something I wouldn't have picked up, but I saw a few tweets from Gail Simone, who wrote this book, funnily enough, doing a bit of self-promotion, and why not? It is Clean Room, and it probably is going to be right up my alley because it is a kind of horror, creepy type comic. I was kind of disappointed with Survivors Club from, I think it was either last week or the week before. It didn't have that excitement level that I thought it was going to have. I may pick up issue 2 on that. So hopefully this will be my horror Vertigo fix for the future. Finally, the Image books, of which there are 3 of them. We have Shutter issue number 16, and I really don't know what to do with this book anymore. It's one of the books that I generally leave till the last to read because I'm not that excited to read it, and I'm trying to think now, how did the last issue finish? It just kind of melds into the background, and it should be dropped. I think it could be dropped very, very soon. Penultimate copy now of my pull list. It's the Fallout issue number 10. 2 more issues to go. Looks like we're focusing on, I think her name's Dottie, the PR girl in our crime noir series set in Hollywood's heyday. After the revelations of the last issue, this should really be picking up now as we kind of solve, or at least resolve, what happened right at the very beginning with the murder of the latest young starlet. But this has been a really great story and series from the 2, Brubaker and Phillips. There wasn't much of a gap between the last series, Fatale, and this, yet I haven't really heard much about what their next kind of project is yet, and you normally would have, or I've just missed it, or maybe we're going to take a breather from the crime noir genre, however they portray it. Like Fatale was a kind of throwing in a bit of a Cthulhu, Lovecraftian aside to that. So yes, great stuff. Finally, another Image Remender book which is doing so well, and I'm so excited for. It's Tokyo Ghost issue number 2. Really enjoyed the first. Sean Murphy's art is just fantastic in this. I just love his attention to detail on every single inch of the page. I hope this won't suffer from being put back and waiting for that great artwork to finish. So I hope they've got a few issues in the bank, so to speak, to keep up with its monthly run. I know how Image loves to have their little hiatus while people pick up the graphic novels and hopefully jump onto the singles further down the line, but love this book. And they are the books that were on my pull list this week. Thank you all very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to me and you don't want to miss out on any more of my videos. Give this video a big thumbs up and let me know what you picked up this week. There were other issue number 1s, if I remember rightly. I think there was a couple more on the Marvel All New or Different Karnak and Ant-Man, but not interested. There are other books that I want, and I can only afford so many. Goodbye.